been repelled, and the war boss has been defeated. But this war is far from over. The orcs still threaten to overcome several major population centers, and could mass more than a large enough force to overwhelm the Imperial armies present on the planet. We have bought time, nothing more. But this is no longer a primary concern. Our scouts have recovered evidence that the forces of Chaos, the great enemy, may be operating on this planet, right under our very noses. We must face this foe wherever they stand. If there is even a chance that they are here, we must seek them out and destroy them. Inquisitor Toth is demanding that we leave the planet, but of all the powers his position grants him, commandeering a space marine company is not one of them. I must admit that I find his presence unwelcome so soon after the events on my homeworld of Cyrene. Inquisitors have a way of inflaming a guilty conscience, and that I do not need right now.
This warp storm could trap us here for a month or for a century. We cannot risk staying here. We must evacuate Tartarus before it arrives in 3 days' time.
The Imperial Guard and Holy Fleet can attend to the evacuation. The Blood Ravens have more pressing matters to contend with.
Such as?
I believe agents of Chaos have taken strong root here.
I sense no taint here. Even so, were there a Chaos presence on Tartarus, it is better we leave them here with the orcs than waste more lives fighting them. We could wish no worse fate for either of our enemies, and to be trapped with the other. But we must leave here now.
That is a matter for my brothers and I to decide. We will use these 3 days to settle our affairs and satisfy our suspicions. Meanwhile, you have our transports to facilitate evacuation.
Colonel Brom, the captain and I must attend to matters of faith. If you would leave us, please.
But surely this involves me as a...
Forgive me for not being clear on the matter. I said please, when in fact I meant now.
This does involve him. You should have shown him a modicum of respect.
Captain, you uncovered extensive heresy on your home world. Cyrene, was it?
That has nothing to do with the events here on Tartarus.
But I believe they do. You requested the Inquisition undertake an exterminatus, the destruction of your planet's entire populace, which we obliged.
I still fail to see...
Captain, I am not questioning your loyalty, but I must wonder if your actions on Cyrene have not affected your judgment. Perhaps that was a poor choice of words. I merely fear that you might see chaos, but it does not exist. I ask that as a loyal subject of the Emperor, you serve the Imperium's interest before your own agenda.
Captain, that Inquisitor had no right to speak to you in such manner. But perhaps he is right. The coming storm will trap our enemies here, where they can consume one another.
And what if the forces of Chaos escape the system before the storm? No. We will not use this freak occurrence as an excuse to avoid our enemies, or our responsibility. They are here for a reason, and we will discover that reason.
We are with you, brother Captain, as always.
The humans are coming your way in full force. You should hear their heavy feet long before you see them, and smell them long before that.
Orbital Command has indicated the dropship landed in this general proximity. We've discovered a path, Captain. It's obvious someone has been digging here.
Cut by orcs?
I've never seen an orc lend such a careful hand to a task.
If it wasn't orcs, then it must be the forces of chaos. We will follow this path and discover the truth behind what has transpired here.
Yes, Lord.
The sacred artifact will now be available to us. Construct it, and we will have access to powerful abilities.
Fear denies faith.
How can I serve? Men, you will follow my
He
directives
who
from here
stands
on out.
with me shall
No
be
such
my
thing as
brother.
innocence, only degrees of guilt. Through the destruction of our enemies do we earn our salvation. Venerate the immortal Emperor.
Yes, most beneficent one. Initializing build protocol.
What is it you desire?
My faith is my shield.
What is it you desire? I will see that it happens. The Emperor protects. I will see that it happens. How can I serve?
Strategic point
Venerate the
identified.
immortal Emperor. I serve.
What is it you desire? Yes. I'm leaving you in command. Do not give me reason to return. It will be done. Yes.
Here to serve. Initialize most beneficent one. I exist to serve.
Defending objective.
Yes, Lord. Initializing build protocol.
Colonel Brom taking command. On my way.
Fear not the sight.
My faith is my shield.
How can I serve?
He who stands with me shall be my
I
brother.
am prepared.
Yes, Lord.
While the enemies of the Emperor still draw breath, there can be no
What is it you
peace.
desire?
An open mind is like a fortress
faith
with its
is my
gates
shield.
unbarred and unguarded.
Praise the Emperor.
I will see that it happens. It will be done.
Here to serve.
Orcs,
Build
praise
attack
the Emperor.
initiated.
While
They
the
weren't
enemies of
attacking.
the Emperor
They
still
were
draw
fleeing.
breath, there
What
can
could
be
inspire
no peace.
fear in an orc?
How can I serve?
Venerate the immortal Emperor.
I await your instructions. I await your instructions. Yes, most beneficent one. Yes, most beneficent one.
Defending objective.
How can I serve?
There is no such thing as innocence, only degrees of guilt.
Today, the enemy shall know fear. My faith is my shield.
I will see that it happens.
Here to serve.
Beware the alien. Something is not right here. These orc bodies do not look like they were dispatched by Imperial
I
hands.
await your instructions.
We must proceed with caution.
As you wish.
While the enemies of the Emperor still draw breath, there can be no peace.
The Emperor protects.
While the enemies of the Emperor still draw breath, there can be no peace.
On my way.
Eldar.
Imperial Guard,
About the presence of the forces of chaos.
Be it Eldar or Chaos.
Yes?
I will have answers either way. Press on.
I am ready to pass judgment.
Imperial
I
Guard,
am ready to pass judgment.
Imperial Guard, charge!
Praise the Emperor. Today the enemy shall be here.
It will be done. Hold formation and attack.
Here to serve. I will like to ask.
Today the enemy shall be here. Beware the alien, the mutant, the heretic.
An open mind is like a fortress with its gates unbarred
I
and
am ready
unguarded.
to pass
He
judgment.
who stands with me shall be my brother.
Taking damage.
I await your instructions. Here to serve. Without haste.
Position secure.
Apothecaries are standing by to
Here to
tend to our
serve.
wounded. Build them
Yes,
at the
Lord.
sacred artifact.
I will
How
do
can I
as
serve?
you ask. Yes, most beneficent one. I will do as you ask. I await your instructions.
Yes.
There is no such thing
How
as
can I
innocence,
serve?
only degrees of guilt.
Scouts awaiting orders. Scouts advance. Gathering intelligence.
Under fire.
At your command.
Here to serve. Build routine 721 initiated. I await your instructions.
I stand ready.
I am ready to pass judgment.
On my way.
What would you have me do?
Yes?
How can I serve?
Knowledge is power. Hide it well.
Here to serve. As you wish. I exist to serve. I will do as you ask. Here to serve. I shall obey. I
At your
exist to
command.
serve. Yes, most beneficent one. I await your instructions. Build routine
Scouts awaiting
721
orders.
initiated. Yes, Lord.
Yes, my lord.
I am ready to
Hope
pass
is the
judgment.
first step on the road to disappointment.
While the enemies of the Emperor still draw breath, there can be no
What is it you
peace.
desire?
I am ready to pass
This
judgment.
day shall be a
How can I
glorious
serve?
one for the Imperium.
Venerate the immortal Emperor.
Yes, Lord. I shall obey. Yes, Lord? Yes, Lord. I exist to serve.
Scouts ready.
Yes, most beneficent one. Building 721 initiated.
Marines are the Emperor's chosen. Marine squad deployed. Fear denies faith. Direct us to the enemy. Awaiting orders. Heresy grows from idleness.
Yes.
Yes, Lord?
My knowledge is at your disposal.
I am prepared.
My knowledge is at your disposal. I stand ready.
Fear denies faith. Marine
Yes.
squad
The Emperor
deployed.
protects.
Fear denies faith. Awaiting orders. We are the Emperor's chosen. Ever vigilant. Awaiting orders. Heresy grows from idleness. Fear denies faith. We stand ready. Ever vigilant. Ever vigilant. Heresy grows from idleness. We are the Emperor's chosen. Understood.
I await your instructions.
What is it you desire?
We are united in his service.
On my way.
Awaiting orders.
I await your instructions.
How can I serve?
What would you have me do? We are united in his
At your
service. Beware the alien.
An open mind is like a fortress with its gates unbarred and unguarded.
I have faith is eternal. I will be there soon. Moving out.
On alert, brothers. The enemy must be nearby.
Take me into battle. To me, my brothers. Take me into battle. Faith is eternal. I am ready to serve again. I will crush those who stand before me.
Dark Reapers, Fall back. We need Rhino transport tanks. They will allow us to get through unscathed and attack the Dark Reapers on those cliffs above. Rhino transports are now available. Build them at the machine cult.
Rhino transport deployed.
He who stands with me shall be my brother.
Yes.
As ordered. None can stand before the Inquisition. I am prepared.
It is better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself. I will crush those who stand before me. Command me.
Taking damage.
It is better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself. Take me into battle. Take me into battle. Moving out. I will purge the unclean. Burn, heretic.
Rhino ready. We carry the virtue.
It is better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself.
Rhino here.
Yes?
I stand ready.
Rhino ready. We carry the virtue. Rhino transport is
How can I serve? What is it you desire?
Rhino ready. Rhino ready.
At last, back to war.
Rhino transport is prepared. Rhino ready. Going straight to the front lines.
The enemy is
At
attacking.
last, back to war.
Rhino transport is prepared. We deliver
Death I
intercept.
still serve.
Rhino transport is prepared.
I am the instrument of his will. To me, my brothers,
Rhino transport is prepared.
I am ready to serve. Again. Take me
Rhino
into
ready.
battle. Command me.
Rhino ready.
This is where I leave you. My fate is my shield.
How can I serve? On my way. I will see that it happens. Hold formation and
Rhino
attack.
transport is prepared. Rhino transport is prepared.
On alert, brothers.
At last,
The enemy
back
must
to
be
war.
nearby.
The Emperor protects.
At last, back to war.
Rhino transport is prepared.
Command me. Identifying targets. I will purge the unclean. By his word.
Rhino transport is prepared.
I am
Artillery
prepared.
ready.
Rhino here.
I will leave you venerate the immortal Emperor.
Artillery ready. Yes, Lord.
I have
Rhino
awoken.
transport is
Mission
prepared.
accomplished.
Rhino ready. Rhino ready.
Marine
We
squad
carry the
deployed.
virtues. We carry the virtues.
What would you have me do?
Rhino here.
Beware the alien, the mutant.
None can stand before the Inquisition.
How can I serve? How can I serve? The battlefield awaits. Marine squad deployed. The fallen
fallen shall be forever remembered as the Emperor's finest.
Apothecary, how can I serve? I follow your commands. Who requires my aid? What are your needs?
Rhino ready. Going straight to the front
I
lines.
await your instructions.
What is it you desire? It will be done. The Emperor protects. I will see that it happens. Hope is the first step on the road to disappointment.
How can I serve?
Fear not the sight.
I am the instrument of his will. I have awoken. Faith is eternal. I am the instrument of his will. It is better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself. Command me. I am the instrument of his will.
The fallen shall be forever remembered as the Emperor's finest. Apothecary here. Apothecary here. What are your needs? Apothecary here.
I have awoken.
How can I serve? How can I serve? What are your needs?
Rhino here. We deliver into battle.
Here to serve. I shall obey. I await your instructions.
The fallen shall be forever remembered as the Emperor's finest.
It is better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself. I have awoken. It is better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself.
Rhino transport is prepared. Rhino here.
Disembarking.
Going straight to the front lines.
Deploying.
Knowledge is power. Hide it
The
well.
battlefield
This is
awaits.
the first step
I
on the
am
road
ready
to
to pass
disappointment.
judgment. While the enemies of the Emperor still draw breath, there can be no peace. None can stand before the Inquisition.
On alert, brothers. The
What
enemy
are your
must be
needs?
nearby.
Apothecary here. Who requires my aid? The fallen shall be forever
An
remembered
open
as the
mind is
Emperor's
like a
finest.
fortress with its gates unbarred and unguarded. At once, at your
I
command.
am the instrument of his will. I have death I still serve. I am the instrument of his will. I will be there soon. I will crush those who stand before me. I am the instrument of his will.
What are your needs?
It is better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself. Even in death I still serve. I am ready to serve again. Command me.
Rhino transport is prepared.
I am ready to serve again. I will crush those who stand before me.
While the enemies of the Emperor still
Securing
draw
objective.
breath,
I
there
have
can be
awoken.
no peace.
Fear not the sight.
Command me.
An open mind is like
I
a
am
fortress
ready to
with its
serve.
gates unbarred
Again.
and unguarded. My knowledge is at your disposal. Do I detect uncertainty in your purpose?
It is better to die for the Emperor for yourself.
Venerate the immortal Emperor. My knowledge is at your disposal.
Command me. I will be there soon.
Fear not the sight. Hope is the first step on the road to discipline.
I have, at last, back to war. I will crush those who stand before me.
Hope is the first step on the road to disappointment.
Faith is eternal. I am the instrument of his will. I will be there soon. Even in death, I still serve.
There is no such thing as innocence.
To me, my brothers, I have, at last, back to war.
An open mind is like a fortress
Even in
with its
death, I
gates
still
unbarred.
serve.
With courage
At last,
and honor.
back to war. At last, back to war. I will crush those who
He who
stand
stands
before me.
with me shall be my brother.
It is better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself. Command me. Command me.
Knowledge is power. Hide it well.
Even in death, I still serve. I will crush those who stand before me.
There is no such thing as innocence. Only degrees of guilt.
Yes, Lord? Yes, Lord. Initializing build protocol.
I am the instrument of his will. I am the instrument of his will. It is better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself. I am ready to serve again.
My knowledge is at
At
our
last,
disposal.
back to war.
An open mind is like a fortress with its
I
gates
am ready
unbarred
to
and
serve
unguarded.
again.
Knowledge is power.
At last, back to war. Faith is eternal.
Stand ready. I shall
At last,
never
back
tire.
to war.
At least we know that the orcs and Eldar are not in league together.
When one enemy attacks another, it does not mean they aren't in league. Just that they are living up to their lack of honor.
And those who lack honor deserve death.
Knowledge is power. Hide it well.
Faith is eternal. I am the instrument of his will.
Here to serve. Initializing build protocol.
I am ready to
There
serve.
is no such thing as innocence. Only degrees of guilt.
At last, back to war. Take me into battle.
Fear not the sight.
At last, back to war. Die! Die! Die!
Venerate the immortal Emperor.
I am ready to serve again.
Knowledge is power. Hide it well.
At last,
Venerate the immortal
What is it you desire?
I am the instrument of his will.
I shall never tire.
Faith is eternal. I have waited long for this day. I shall end
is at your disposal. At your command, venerate the immortal Emperor.
Fate is eternal. I have waited long for this day.
At your disposal. Venerate the immortal Emperor.
Yes, most beneficent one.
I am the instrument of his will.
The immortal Emperor.
I am ready to serve. Again.
Venerate the immortal Emperor. Venerate the immortal There's no such thing as innocence.
Initializing build protocols.
We shall know no fear.
Shall be forever remembered. It is better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself.
Here to serve. I exist to serve.
My faith is my shield. For the honor of the chapter.
I will be there soon.
An open mind is like a fortress with its gates unbarred and unguarded.
The fallen shall be forever remembered as the Emperor's finest. How can I serve? Captain, direct me to the injured.
Yes, most beneficent one. Initializing most beneficent one.
I am prepared.
Command me. I will purge the unclean. By his word.
With all due haste. Here to serve. Build routine 721 initiated.
At last, back to war.
Yes, most beneficent one. Here to serve. Yes, most beneficent one. Initializing build protocol.
Walk softly and carry a big gun.
I have awoken. It is better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself. Command me. Moving out. To me, my brothers.
Yes, Lord. Here to serve. Build routine 721 initiated.
I have last back to war. is eternal. I am the instrument of his will. Even in death I still serve.
Yes, most beneficent one?
I am the instrument of his will. Command me. Command me. I am ready to serve. Again.
Establishing a secondary base near this location will give us a forward position with which to engage the enemy.
Only to
What are your needs? The enemy is attacking!
At last, for an emperor. Your end is at last, back to war. Your end is at last, back to war. Your end is at last. Your end is at last, back to war.
knowledge is power. Hide it well.
I will crush those who stand before me. I am ready to serve again. I shall end.
Hope is the first step on the road to
I
disappointment.
am the instrument of his will. I will crush those who stand before me. I still serve. Your end is at hand. Command me. I will crush those who stand before me. I am the emperor. Your end will yourself. Alas, back to war.
There is no such thing as innocence, only degrees of guilt. An open mind is like a fortress with its gates unlocked. My knowledge is at your disposal. My knowledge is at your disposal.
Inquisition will destroy.
Today, the enemy shall
Await the immortal emperor. I stand ready.
On alert, brothers. The enemy must be nearby. I am needed elsewhere.
None can stand before
My
the
knowledge is
Inquisition.
at your disposal. Through the destruction of our enemies do we
Praise
earn our
the Emperor.
salvation.
I am the instrument of his will.
There is no such thing as innocence, only degrees of guilt.
The Emperor protects.
None can stand before the
What would you have
Inquisition.
me do? So the good Inquisitor senses no chaos here. How fortunate for the Imperium that such keen-eyed eagles stand vigil over her gates.
What dark crafts have these Eldar invoked?
None. At least not here. The servants of Chaos sacrificed this poor guardsman themselves.
To what end, Isidore?
I know not. I believe the altar is a marker, a waypoint, in a map that leads elsewhere. Someone defaced many portions of text. Regardless of what Chaos seeks here, the altar requires a sacrifice of blood, or more likely, a life.
Brother Isidore, you have an hour to study the altar. Document everything as is our tradition. Then burn it, lest its taint infect us all.
But Gabriel, there is much to learn from here. We should not be too eager to...
Learn what? Chaos does not teach. It misleads and it betrays. There is nothing to learn here, save for our next course. These transports have been damaged somehow. Make the repairs, and be quick.
Well, brother Isidore, what betrayal have you wrought? Disabling your own vehicles? Harboring artifacts despite your
Will does not understand. He does not appreciate the significance of this.
But I do.
Quiet, heretic. Once I find what you seek, I will use it against you for the glory of the Emperor and my brothers.
You wish to deal me a harsh blow, to prove your strength and worth. Well, then come to me. I wait at Mount Cora.
Have no fear, sorcerer. I will be there.